Recently, Session announced it will now be managed by the Session Technology Foundation in Switzerland. This move comes in response to Australia's recent legislation requiring social media platforms to collect more data on their users.
For Session, the final straw was with end-user registration guidelines included in new regulations being introduced by the Australian E-Safety Commissioner, which require all online services to collect a phone number or email address from users.
Additionally, an incident involving Australian Federal Police visiting the home of a Session employee fueled this response from Session. Without any prior notice or even a warrant, officers asked various questions, ranging from the app's functionality to questions regarding a specific user in a current investigation.
Ultimately, we were given the choice between remaining in Australia or relocating to a more privacy-friendly jurisdiction, such as Switzerland. For the project to continue, it could not be centered in Australia.
The newly formed Session Technology Foundation will now oversee Session from the jurisdiction of Switzerland, like so many other privacy-focused services. According to Session's blog post, nothing is changing in terms of functionality for Session or its code. The only noteworthy changes are migration of GitHub repositories and a new publisher name for app stores. Session's website and Twitter handle will remain the same. For a complete list of changes, I recommend checking out the original blog post. Honestly, I see this as good news. Session didn't hand over any data or give access to law enforcement. Plus, they made a good decision to migrate the app's jurisdiction away from Australia. Despite this not being a legal request, we finally see how Session responds when law enforcement starts poking around. Now users can see that Session is willing to act accordingly when the political landscape shifts against privacy. I still see this as a win in my book. It's also great to hear that Session's popularity is still growing. It shows that a messenger can be successful and truly private at the same time. We certainly don't hear Session complaining about needing a phone number from users in order to function properly.